Ọ̀yá ẹ má ti lọ, ẹ jẹ́ á jọ wo fídíò yìí, ẹ jẹ́ á jọ wò ó.
Oyo State, where earlier today we visited a fellow known as Rolex Dee, who's been unlawfully detained by one of the musicians in Oyo State. His alias name is Taye Currency, and we went to the SARS location where apparently they got a court order to detain Rolex Dee after he was lured from Lagos to have a settlement meeting with this Taye Currency. It's appalling. I must tell you, when we saw him, I was shaken. He's been sick. He was detained alongside several persons in a cell. We couldn't get to the cell. But what was very sad about the experience today is that the police, the Nigerian police, has become completely useless, to the point that anybody, any riffraff that has 200,000 naira can obtain the services of the police to detain somebody indefinitely. In this case, as you are aware, when Rolex Dee, who I never knew before, was initially detained, we intervened and he got released. But the Thai currency person was not happy in that intervention, so he called his police contacts again. They lured him to Ibadan from Lagos, claiming they want to have settlement. And when he got here, he got detained, and they went and got a court order to detain him in the police. And as soon as they got a court order, of course they did it on purpose, the courts went on vacation. And his next date of hearing is in October 2026. This is August. Next month is September. And the following month is October. Somebody will spend 3 months in detention for an offense that is bailable. Cyber bullying or cyber stalking, as they call it. So we went there today. We saw the policeman, and we had already also gotten a lawyer, Michael Adenola, a take-it-back lawyer, one of, you can't call him a barrister anymore, the Supreme Court forbids that, who has taken over the case. But the sad part is that the Nigerian justice system breaks your heart every time. Is that there is no vacation judge in the Ibadan division of the Federal High Court. So to get a date to hear a case, you have to go to Lagos. And there must be a recommendation from Ibadan to Lagos. And then Lagos, you have to go and push for a date. You know, Lagos is already congested even when courts are not on vacation. So nobody knows when this guy will get out. And what is sad is that his father died last week. I'm sure as a result of this stress. We met the mom today. She was just crying and kneeling down. And because I went and gave a dressing down to the policeman. But it doesn't matter. So we are calling on the leadership of the police force to make sure that this case is immediately discarded with. And we have told the OC in charge of the SARS command in Dugbe that he should call his legal officer to discontinue the case. But as you know, the moment you're entangled within the legal system, it's not a thing you can do immediately. But there's a way that they can get him released while we figure it out. There can be an administrative release, even though it's a court-ordered release. The police can use their power so that he can go and bury his father and take care of his health. We will release a video after this, and you see how he had his hand inside it. He said it's been shivering since he was detained and been sick. We just can't believe that Nigeria is so wicked. These people are so wicked towards ourselves. People like Taye Currency is a wicked human being. I've never met this guy before. Aside from, that is one song that almost derailed the coronation of Ibadan, Olubadan. We're laughing with it. And you should know that there is no monopoly of Were in anywhere. You might be powerful today, and you can offend a whole generation of people, and you find out that you are messing up with the wrong generation. You've seen these kind of musicians before. I was around, and I'll say this, when Shino Peters then were on top of their game, and then when I supported Abacha, that was the end of his career practically. Christian Esen Igbokwe, those are musicians that we confronted in our own generation. And I'm very, very sad. Taye Currency, if you are hearing me, never met you before. I've listened to you a few times, when you were doing the coronation because it was trending. Just know that power is transcendent. I don't even think you have power. You just have useless money and some useless police officer that you are using. Any serious country, it's you that will be in prison for what you have just done to. You have violated the rights of another person. And as we are speaking, Taye Currency, we are in touch with people who work with you that you didn't pay money to. And we are going to help them take legal action against you. Maybe then you will understand what it means to have useless power and still remain powerless. It's not a threat. You have no right to violate the right of any Nigerian simply because you are doing alagbe. That's what Yoruba call musicians. Even though I respect music, I respect culture, but I do not stand, I would never stand with musicians who oppress other people. And that's what you are doing, Mr. Taye Currency. You better go to your friends in the police to go and figure out how to solve this problem. Otherwise, we will need a campaign against you to make sure that nobody hires you to perform music anywhere in this country, not only in Ibadan. And that can happen. It's not, like I said, it's not a threat. You have gone out of your way to violate the right of another human being. You are trying to ruin the life of a young person, a fellow musician like yourself, because you think you have connection. That's what you are doing, and it's very pathetic to hear this. If it was the time that there used to be P-Man, I don't know if they still exist, you are the kind of person that they should sanction. You are not worth being a musician. I'll say that to you. And whatever power you can have, you can deploy it. But you are not worth being. You are not supposed to be, a musician who people listen to. Your heart is dark, and people like you should have no place in any society that is making progress. And that's what I'll tell you. But your time will come. My biggest disappointment is in the police force. And the IGP that is there, our interim IGP, I've been telling you for a long time that if you supervise impunity, you will face ignominy. Everybody is mentioning your name in Osun State now. The guys under you are misbehaving. Even though you pretend as if you don't know what is going on, we know you know, because you are working for certain interests. Please call your guys in Ibadan. I tried to call the commissioner of police in Osun State. Yeah. Very dodgy character like that. They will take my call, I'll call you back, and never calls me. But they know what they are doing. And if nobody listens to us, we can exercise our fundamental rights to protest in Oyo State over this matter, so that nobody will ever go and detain a person and use the injustice system, I can't call it a justice system, to keep them detained for 3 months. Even if someone I'm also facing cyber stalking charges against Tinubu. So I spent 11 days in prison. But it's still unjust. So why would you keep somebody in detention for 3 months and just go on vacation and you're in your house, maybe celebrating, I've taught that guy a lesson. That's all it does. That's all you are doing. But that lesson is going to come 360 degrees, and you will be taught the lesson of your life. But like I said, our problem is the police force. Our police force is useless. And like I said, I will release a video today. I went and spoke to them. I said, this is no longer a police force. You have become an agency for hire. You are hired to destroy people's lives. One thing people should understand is that when somebody is arrested on justice, even when people are arrested, when they are legally arrested, it destroys lives. Some of these guys are, family people. We don't know what killed his father. We can't bring his father back simply because we want to prison one idiot who has police connection. His father has died now. Even if you go and perform at his father's burial, you can't bring him back. The guy is sick. Maybe when he dies in detention, you'll be a happy person, right? Or if the mother dies, that's such a poor woman. These guys are wicked people, very wicked people. So people across, all human rights loving people across the country and across the world. We're talking about Rolex Dee, a musician who is in detention as a result of the responsibility of Taye Currency, a Fiji musician in Oyo State, who has been using his police powers. And also, our message is to our police force that has acted irresponsibly in violating the rights of a fellow Nigerian citizen. So that was our experience today, and we'll keep you updated. If we need to take action before we leave Ibadan, we will not hesitate to do it. And is just the government in the state, or yes? Because I know that Taye Currency is close to the governor. Yes. So Makinde, we know that Taye Currency is your boy. So, and you know how Tinubu them are whipping you, and very soon you know that you two might end up in EFCC, and you are probably going to need us, like El-Rufai, when they charge you in different jurisdictions, and you have to be going from Ibadan to. No, we have not said we'll fight, but they will reach out to the human rights community now when they are in trouble. They will reach out. The moment they are in trouble, they will understand that there's a human rights community. Malami reached out, everybody reached out, all of them will reach out. The moment they get into trouble today, they will know that Makinde knows how to spell Sowore. Please, can you help me reach out to Sowore? They are punishing me. So you know that you might end up there. That is if this your APM presidential candidacy is not Tinubu's agenda, because all of you are the same. We know the game. But if it is real, you know where you end. When you finish your tenure, you might spend a few days, if not months, at the EFCC. So, and that time, maybe they will trace some of your money to Taye Currency, and it will be a witness in your case. Yes, now all the currency trafficking that people have been doing. Yeah, that's. So guys, that's our submission. We are going to reach out to the police authorities to see how this can be completely dismantled, and the lawyers are also going to take some legal steps tomorrow. It's hard to go from Ibadan to Lagos to go and look for a date for bail hearing, and the police will still oppose the bail and get new dates. If you are not careful, the guy may not even get out this year, and he's sick. Rolex, if you are hearing us, Rolex, yes, they have really ruined this guy's life. Condition, but we'll do our best to get him out. Thank you. Lawyer, do you have any updates?
My name is Damilari Adinola, and I am Rolex's counsel. We met Rolex today, and the condition under which he's being kept is inhumane. He's visibly sick, and he lacks every basic thing of life. He hardly feeds there, because we all know that the police won't provide you food. He doesn't get access to medical care. And our interest in this case is to get justice for Rolex. And so far so good, we do not believe that justice has been dispensed to him, because there's no justice in adjourning the case from June to October, while somebody is languishing in detention. You've already punished him before trying him, and we know clearly well that was the plan of those who are weaponizing
the police system. Yeah,
we've seen it over and over again. So, but for us, we'll keep fighting and ensuring that
justice is done, man.
And also use this opportunity to campaign against for decriminalization of free speech.
Yes.
And guys,
the abrogation of the Cybercrime Act of 2015, which was promulgated by Jonathan, by the way.
No human being deserves to be kept in prison
for saying his mind or her mind. Yeah.
Yes. I'm not saying that it shouldn't be.
It's a civil matter. If somebody defame you, you go and seek for civil remedies. Yeah, not
because there's danger in criminalizing speech.
Let me tell you, and this is also where you should understand. Even some of the songs this idiot sing, you know, it's criminal libel, it's cyber crime. You know, even the We're Laughing Over song can be considered cyber crime, you know, if depending on how you are using the song. And I know that these guys mention people's names, you know, they insinuate, they have innuendos. All those things can be weaponized against you. So one day you too might become a victim of cyber crime. Somebody will just say that you sang a song at a party against them, and if they have police connection, before you know it, you know how these things end. You will end up in prison,
Of course.
you know. And I don't wish people like you will end up in prison, but it'll be good for people like you to taste some time, to spend some time in Yaganku, or where's the notorious police station here, so that you understand the value of you know, sleeping in a place where there's where you can't control mosquitoes. Yes.
And then Nigeria should be very,
Well,
very
yeah, but I don't know. I'm just speaking metaphorically about how bad I feel. I don't want anybody to be visited. I don't want injustice to be said on anybody. But what you did is despicable.
Very, very despicable.
Very despicable.